Hello guys and welcome back to some Frosti-Town. Today we're going to be looking at an artwork by Nicolous Stathopoulos. I'm butchering his name, I'm sorry, but he created an cosmic digital drawing delving into and depicting his perspective on contemporary architecture. So I really like this drawing, this digital drawing he did. So let's try to make this, let's try to do something with it. So I have this right here. Right now the first thing we're gonna do is we're gonna create a plane, and we're gonna add a S8, and we're gonna bring it here, and we are going to bring it right about here. Control Alt 0. So we have our camera. Alright, the next thing we're gonna do is we're gonna duplicate this. We're gonna bring it up to right about here, and we're gonna scale it along the x-axis to right about here, and we're gonna bring it right about here. So we have something like this, and gonna bring it down to right about there. We're gonna go into rendered view, we're gonna go into shading, and we're gonna go here. So there is a river here. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna click this guy, and we're gonna go into new, and we're gonna create a let's try this. Let's go to bump. There's two way of doing this, bump, and let's do a actually there are three ways of doing this. Let's put it over here, and let's do a color ramp. Put this here, put this into roughness, and bring the roughness down a little bit, bring the base color down, bring the detail up, and roughness to right about there, and we're gonna shift D this, and we're gonna bring it here, and we're gonna do it something like this. Alright, the next thing what we're gonna do is we're gonna go into edit mode, and we are going to subdivide this by 30. Then we're gonna go into edit mode, we're gonna turn on proportional editing, and we're gonna go to random, and let's see here, we have some mountains over here. So we're gonna go into layout, we're gonna go to let's go to move, let's select this guy, bring it up, and bring it to right about here, and bring it to right about right here. Let's select this part, bring it up, let's add control, let's go back to object, let's add control 3, which is for subdivision surface. Go here, let's give it 5, let's move it a bit over here, Let's select this guy and let's bring this down. Bring this down. Let's select these two. Let's bring this up to right about here. So we have something like this. Let's select this guy. Let's bring him up to right about here. Maybe if we could bring this up and bring this guy up too. Bring this guy up. Let's go into camera. Let's snap back. Let's go into camera and bring it back a bit, and let's just bring it right about here. Let's go into edit mode, select this guy and bring it up to right about here. There we go. Let's just save this. Alright, the next thing I'm gonna do is we're gonna add a cube, and we are going to bring it here, right about here, bring it up, scale it up to right about there. Let's see how we're looking. Let's give it a solidify. Let's see what happens. No, I'm sorry. Let's bring it right about here. Let's blend it a little bit inside. Right about there, guys. Alright, the next thing what we're gonna do is, now this is gonna be a bit heavy on the cycles, so we are going to add a volume. Gonna import a, let's see, cloud 3. Okay, there we go. So we're gonna bring this up to right about here. We're gonna shift D this, and we're gonna bring it here. We're gonna shift D this. We're gonna bring this right about here. We're gonna shift D this, and we're gonna bring it right about here. We're gonna shift D this. I'm gonna bring it right about here. I'm gonna shift D this. I'm gonna shift D this again. Or maybe we could add a bring this up, scale this all the way up. Shift E, G and Y, Shift E, G and Y, Shift E, G and Y, Shift E, G and X, Shift E, G and Y, Shift E, G and Y. We're gonna go here, we're gonna turn down the world settings, and we're gonna select this guy, and we're gonna go into kit ops, and we're gonna look at some metal materials. Let's add this one, or maybe okay, Shift D, G and X, Shift D, G and Y, G and X. Okay, the next thing what we're gonna do is we are going to add a sunlight, and we're gonna bring this up. We're gonna save this first. I'm gonna go to light, and we are going to delete it. Go towards sun. So we're gonna add a area light. We're gonna bring it up right about here. I'm gonna go to the top view, turn this guy off. I'm gonna Shift D this, G and X, G and Y, G and X, Shift D, G and Y, Shift D, G and X, Shift D, G and Y. Now let's see in cycles. Let's go to the light and give it 50. Let's give all of these a bluish color. Let's give all of these 100. Let's save this. Go into cycles. Let's go to our camera. Let's add a point light. And let's add a empty. Bring it up. Bring it right about here. Go into our camera, depth of field, empty, and right about there. Alright guys, I'm gonna render this and after that I'll be back. So guys, here it is. I tried my best, but you can also play around with the lighting and shading the mountain, and so I really enjoyed this work, but not my best work, but you guys can try this, and let's see if you can make something different. So I hope you enjoyed this content. If you did, give it a like, give it a thumbs up, comment, subscribe, share, and as always, stay frosty, and Frosti-Town signing out.